Today's video, we're going to look at American Battery Technology, ABML, ABTC, ticker symbol. This is a stock that we'll cover on the channel quite a lot, but someone's asked me, look, any chance of an update on this? We haven't talked about it on the channel for a few weeks. I've been very busy, but I've took the time just to have a look into this. I have to say I've got them on Instagram and I've got the alert set up. Not a lot has came out, but there's a few news articles and we'll have a look at the charts. We know the stock hasn't been performing particularly great, which we've talked about before, but we'll just do a bit of a recap here.
Yeah, coincidence. Yeah, coincidence. Yeah, coincidence. Something that happens by chance, I think not.
What is the crack, everyone? Welcome back to Buy Wholesale. I hope, of course, you are all well. Just want to kick it off by saying, you know, ABTC have been working hard in the background, working on their site. And if we go to their Instagram page, for example, and anyone that is looking to follow the progress, Instagram seems to be where they're doing the majority of their updating. So if you don't have them on Instagram, perhaps it may look like there's not a lot happening, but there is. And on a daily basis, you can see this is the one that came out 2 days ago, for example. The rebar, so anyone who doesn't understand the process, this is all rebar, and the rebar goes in to really strengthen any sort of foundation, any sort of slab. Structural steel all through it, and then they pour all the concrete in, fills it all in, and it's a good solid foundation. In simple cases, and this is the first of 3 major concrete pours that ABML are doing, and we can see the reactions here. A lot of people are keen on it, a lot of people are enjoying the progress updates. We can see here, this is where the concrete gets put into the back of this, and this is a big pipe, and this just gets fed in, and this will just extend over and do all the pours across it, and then when it's all done, then you'll get the rakes in and just sort of level it all out, and that's how you create a slab in the construction process of it all. Foundations get dug, as we know, Jan and Eric. Foundations are dug, the rebar goes in, the strength, and then the pour goes in. That all smooths out. Conditions internally, you know, Nevada is obviously good for doing these types of works. And that's really it. Just the construction is ongoing. The foundations are almost there. And if you go, this is their website, by the way, and you can go in. This is what the pilot plant will look like. So, you know, obviously there's a long way to go yet. We're only at the early doors stage here, sort of in around here, long enough construction phase, but going in the right direction. Hopefully, you know, the Rona is not going to cause any more delays or anything like that, but I'm sure there will be a lot that, I mean, speaking from experience in every project that I'm working on, there is a huge factor for inflationary costs and for delay because of the unforeseen circumstances that may come up. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that in their tender or in the bill of quantities or whatever way the schedule is being presented for the cost of this, I would hope that there's these risks allowances that are there to hopefully capture any inflation that we're likely to see or delay that will cost the contractor money. And just again, just so people are aware, you know, there is likelihood of maybe potential delay. There will be a lot of that factored in, so much. But if there's over and above, say, further lockdowns for longer times, you don't know, worst case scenario, if any of that was to happen, you know, the contractors aren't to be penalised in those circumstances, and that could be a cost at ABTCC. But until we see that, it's looking good and full steam ahead. And you can go onto their Twitter page and you can see over the last couple of weeks there has been some good stuff that's come out here. A decent article here that they have reshared. Yahoo Finance, American Battery Technology Company confirms attractive sampling results on state lithium claims near Tonopah, Nevada. So this is sampling results for area and around, which is great. You know, that the company isn't just about recycling batteries. That's what we've predominantly talked about on the channel, but that is not just what they do. So the reported lithium presented 260 ppm to 1530 ppm. In the project area, samples with values of around 300 ppm and up are typically considered very prospective in nature. So that's a core range, and obviously the higher than the 1500. Brilliant. Ryan went on to say, who's the CEO of ABTC, we are excited to confirm the attractive lithium concentrations in these surface samples throughout our claims. With these initial surface sample characterizations completed, we can now take the important next step of subsurface sampling to determine the potentially of even greater attractive concentrations and overall compositions of these sedimentary deposits as experienced on nearby claims as shallow depths. And then they just go on to talk about stuff that we've previously covered sort of on the channel. That's great news. America doesn't really have that much of that resource. We've talked about on the channel, we believe lithium is going to be like oil, as valuable as that. We know China is going around raiding and taking everything that they can to do for resources, and we've talked about other mining projects that we have on this channel. I've done videos on that. I'll share my playlist. You can go in and check out all the sustainable energy stocks that we talk about, but lithium is a huge big play. We're getting in early doors. We're just throwing caution to the wind. We're trying to build up at the right times a steady position, and hopefully we will see the huge gains that are likely to come in the next 5 to 10 years. Long holds, can't time these types of things, but the likes of Koda, Premier African Minerals, they're going in the right direction. Lithium, I believe, is going to be a big play, and technology in batteries especially is going to be a big play, and that's why we're in on American battery technology. So I'm not going to say much more. That's just sort of the update, roughly a high level. There is on their Twitter page as well, before we get into looking at the charts, there has been webinars with Ryan involved, and you can go in and listen to them, different summits that he's been at, and there is other updates on the Twitter page, but we went through the majority of it in the last video, and I feel like anything worth bringing to your attention, I've done that. If we go to the charts then, we can see, look, I drew this line. This is where I foresee my next top up going, and I did say in the other videos, unfortunately, we had this sell symbol come in on the 16th of November, and all likelihood would be that we're going to $1. Markets have been terrible. Really brutal, serious pullbacks, a lot of uncertainty out there. We know about the Fed meeting coming up. Jerome Powell will speak next Wednesday about tapering costs. We have the Evergrande thing that's just launched today that they have defaulted. That's going to send shockwaves around the world. There's a lot of uncertainty out there. But all that being said, we did see 2 days ago this huge rise of like 20%, kind of out of nowhere. My trading indicator did turn that into a buy on that symbol. Now I would still say, I personally speaking, wouldn't be buying at these prices. Main reason being, yes, it's looking positive. That was a good day, kind of potentially on the back of the news that we've talked about, but it's still below our averages here, our 180-day moving average, or 20-day and the 9-day. And the 50-day, I'd ideally like to be above at least the 9-day moving average, but we're not far off that. We'll see. We're still in a bullish enough trend. We can see here in the pre-markets, it looks to be going up 3.45%, which would push us potentially over that. So it's looking like it's maybe found a bottom, and not surprisingly, we've seen the lows of 1.03, and when I drew this line of support way back, whenever the hell it was, months and months ago, it's not a bad time to be buying. So look, I'm going to keep an eye on it. If the trend looks like it's going up, I'll be buying on the momentum of that, but we'll see. There's a lot of uncertainty out there. Just be careful. If it's the first time you're opening a position in ABML, ABTC, why the hell not open up at these prices? You're getting it still at a great discount, a great price for the future. But just tread carefully on that. And if you don't know how to trade and you don't know what you're doing, my course is live. We've got sort of a 20 odd people now enrolled in it. It's going really well, great feedback. People are doing well. People are just loving having access to the indicator in itself. So look, if you're interested in learning how to trade, you're interested in how to protect gains, if you're interested in when to buy, when to sell, that type of thing, this course really is for you. 50% off at the moment as well, which will be running through until by springtime. So yeah, check out that is the video. I hope you found it informative. If you're interested in supporting the channel, please hit like, subscribe. It does really help me out with the YouTube algorithm. There's other links down there as well for free shares, free crypto, all that good stuff. I'll catch you in the next video. Enjoy the rest of your day and your weekend.
Yeah. Coincidence. Yeah. Coincidence. Yeah. Coincidence.